Okay, we're going to go ahead and make a floor plan using SketchUp for schools. So I like to use this website, this floor plans website. It makes it really easy to find good floor plans. I don't think I want anything too crazy complex for this, especially when this is something that I do with my classes. As you saw here, you can kind of filter your results, which is pretty cool. I usually like to keep my classes to one floor. If they want to do a second floor, they can, but it's typically easier. So I'm going to take a minute to go ahead and look through these to find a good floor plan that would give me a good example. Okay, so this one is just 1,500 square feet. I think I'm going to use this, so I'm going to go ahead and save this image to my computer. So this image was saved to my computer. I usually tell my students to do this because a lot of times they find a good picture and they just use it online, and then the next day when they come back to class they can never find the picture that they were using. So I always think it's good to go ahead and save it to your computer. So SketchUp, I'm going to go ahead and import the file that I saved from my device. So we'll take those file types. Alright, and open my image. I'm going to place it here, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to try and size this about as close as I can to what it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take the tape measure. Alright, let's go this way. Tape measure. And I'm going to measure this just to try and get it close to what the measurement. So that's 12 feet, so I need about double this. Alright, so click on it. I'm going to scale it. And let's try it now. Just one more time. That is pretty close. I think I'm going to make it just like another tiny bit bigger. And that should do it. Okay. You know, I always tell my classes it doesn't have to be perfect. They want it to look exactly like it is, and it doesn't have to be exact. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you two different ways you can do this. The first way, I'm going to go ahead and take my rectangle tool, and I'm just going to start drawing rectangles on here. The key thing is that you want these all to be touching. You want to make sure that it's all pretty even. Closet. Hallway. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, I think it was something like that. That's pretty close. Okay, so there we go. There is my floor plan. I obviously missed there. You don't want any of that. I'm going to make a copy of this really quick just so that I can show you two separate ways of how to do this. So I'm going to make a copy. Okay, so there's the other one. So the first way that you can put walls up on this, I think that's supposed to be even. I think I'm going to knock that wall out anyway, so oh well. Undo that. Okay, so the first way I can put walls up, I can take my rectangle, offset. So I'm going to go up here. Offset. And I'm going to offset these. Now, this is one of the few things that I do measure, so I think I'm going to make the wall 6 inches. And if you look right here on the bottom where it says distance, when you type, typically like an apostrophe is for feet and quotation marks are for inches. But in this program, if you just type a number, it automatically assumes you're typing inches in, so you don't have to type the quotation mark every time. And in theory, if you double click, as I'm doing right now, it'll do the previous offset, so you should not have to type that in every time. The issue is sometimes if your Wi-Fi is running a little slow, it will make you type it all in. Okay, so I offset all of these 6 inches, and I'm going to go through here with my eraser and go ahead and erase all of these lines that I drew in the middle. Alright, and then we can just simply take push-pull and go ahead and drag this up. Now, I think I'm going to make mine 10 feet, so just type 10 apostrophe and enter, and make my walls 10 feet high. So that is one way you can do this. The other way is to just simply draw them. So you can take a combination of the line tool and your rectangle tool to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to draw up 10 feet. And then just go through this and just make sure I have this all even. But go through and connect all these. Some of my students prefer to do it this way. Some prefer the other way. It really, I mean, it doesn't really matter to me how they draw it. Some like to draw one room at a time. They get overwhelmed by a whole floor plan, so they'll just like do one room and just go as they go, room to room. So, you know, whatever's easiest for them works for me. Now, what you're going to notice, it fills these in as you go. They say that it's watertight, so as it's filling these in, it's gonna, or as you're completing this, it's going to start filling your walls in. I'm going to need to draw up. I'm going to have to fix that later. I'm going to go ahead and pause this while I finish this up. Alright, so as you're going to see, it filled it all in, so I can just right click and erase through this to go ahead and open the top of my floor plan. Okay, and that's how you make two different types of floor plans. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to start adding windows and doors and coloring your floor plan.